Hey there lads and ladettes, Max here again and welcome to another WedNESMITHdays video. A bit of backstory before we get to the actual video. This past Thursday, I was at work and then I received a text from the lovely Saturday Come Alternate Warhack Club member Jessica. She sent me a screenshot of a poster for, get this, the New Zealand and Australia leg of the Mike and Mickey show. I was absolutely over the moon because I have been wanting to see Mike and Mickey for so long, but I was really bummed out because they're only in America. So this New Zealand concert is really nothing short of a miracle actually. So I'm really excited and I'm hoping to get a meet and greet pass so I can meet the guys, get a photo with them. I'm really excited about that. And that little incident gave me some inspiration for this video. I went to a Monkees concert to see Mickey and Peter 2 years ago, and it was probably the best night of my life. So, in honour of this news about the New Zealand Mike and Mickey tour, I thought I would talk about my first ever Monkees concert experience. So, without any further ado, let's get into my Monkees concert story time. Okay, so let's do a bit of setup. I made an effort to dress up for this night out. I don't know why, but I went for a mod 60s look, which is kind of strange because the Monkees were more like hippie mid 60s, but for whatever reason, I dressed up in a mod black and white dress and tights and Beatle boots. And I thought I looked really cool, but let's be honest, I didn't. The second we got there, I knew what I wanted to do. Doors weren't going to open for like another half hour, so I wanted to get straight to the merch table and see what they had on offer. I had $40 in my pocket, thinking that's plenty of money for some nice Good Times merch. But oh boy, was I wrong. Because as you know, merch of any kind is really, really expensive. So my $40 couldn't have even purchased a pair of Davy maracas, man. Everything was so expensive. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get a piece of memorabilia? But my dad, my very nice dad, he loaned me another $20 so I could get a commemorative t-shirt of the event. So thank you, Dad. Here it is, my Monkees 50th t-shirt. And if you look closely, you can see 30th November, Auckland, New Zealand. That's the one I went to. $60 seems a bit high for a t-shirt, but hey, it's worth it. Another little short story from that wait in the merch line. This lady in front of me was talking about the Monkees TV show and how she could get on DVD and where she could get it. And then somehow we just started talking about the Monkees, the TV show, and she seemed a bit surprised that I was the reason Dad and I had come to the show in the first place instead of like the other way around, because again I was only 16, very young looking 16-year-old. She seemed quite pleased to know that younger people enjoy the Monkees music just as much as older people. That was my beginning of the night at the merch table, spending so much money on a t-shirt. Moving on. My second highlight of the evening was when we first sat down, me and my dad. The lights went down and I was so excited because that meant Mickey and Peter were going to be out on stage in literal seconds. I was like freaking out because I was going to see two of my idols, who I have loved since I was probably a little younger than 11 in real life. When the two guys actually walked out on stage waving to the crowds, everyone was cheering and just calling out to them and having a great time. And you know what I did? If you are my friend, you'll probably know exactly what I did. Instead of cheering, I burst into tears. I actually had to lean forward in my chair like this, leaning on the chair in front of me, and have an actual, minute to calm down, cry a little bit, because I was so overwhelmed. I just didn't know how to handle it, so I had to cry. It's such an emotional experience. If you've been to a concert and seen your idols, then yeah, you'll know it's very emotional, very overwhelming. When you see your idols, just have a cry, you'll be alright. Tears didn't just occur during the first 5 seconds of the show. I cried a few more times throughout the show, but what really got me was when Mickey and Peter did a tribute to Davy. They sang Shades of Grey just for Davy, and they played little montage of his photos on the big screen behind them, and I'm actually getting a bit teary now, oh my gosh. I think everyone in the whole concert hall felt a bit sad and teary-eyed watching that. I think even Mickey and Peter got a bit teary as well, and I don't blame them, because oh my gosh, we miss Davey so much. I'm quite a big Davey stan, so it was nice to see him get a bit of the limelight in this tour, even though he couldn't be there. Wow, that got sad really fast. I'm so sorry. This is meant to be a happy, fun video. Oh dear. There were actually a few Davey dedicated numbers during that set list. They did Daydream Believer right at the end. And you know, it's funny. I didn't even know. I thought my dad was just minding his own business, just watching the show, and I was on my feet, just dancing and screaming out the lyrics to Daydream Believer. And I turned around halfway through to see what he's up to, see if he's still enjoying himself, and he's got his phone camera out, and he's recording me singing off-key to Daydream Believer, and I'm like, Dad, stop! And I think he's still got that video on his phone, and it just cuts off with me going like that. I don't know why he filmed me for it, maybe blackmail material, I don't know, but it was pretty funny. A bit embarrassing, but pretty funny overall. Now, I think this was probably like the climax of the whole concert. I have told this story to a couple of my friends, and I think it was one of the main reasons I actually decided to make this story time. We're halfway through, maybe a bit more than halfway actually. Mickey and Peter, they're just playing their set list, minding their own business, everyone's having fun, singing along. And then there's a sudden, like, lull as they begin to change songs. And then suddenly, from several rows behind me, this voice, this annoying adult man voice, calls out in the middle of this lull, "Where's Davey?" Where's Davey? And everyone, oh my gosh, everyone was just like shocked into silence. Like, why the hell would you say that? Why would you scream that out at a Monkees concert? You know very well where Davey is. After that second of shocked silence, everyone just starts booing this guy. Like, heckling him, like, sit down, shut up, stop talking. You're gonna embarrass us, basically. Everyone just wanted him to shut the hell up and not embarrass our whole entire freaking country in front of Peter and Mickey, because who knows, they might not want to come back. In the middle of all this booing and trying to shut this guy up, right? I turn my attention to the stage to see what the hell Mickey and Peter are thinking. And Mickey, I think he just looked a bit baffled, kind of saddened actually, like, how could someone be so rude? But Peter, oh my gosh, I've never seen Peter look the way he did. He looked so shocked and angry, and I genuinely thought he was gonna run up the aisle and just throw hands with this guy, like, oh, I was ready for a smackdown. As much as I would have loved to see Peter kick this guy's ass, he just kind of looked this guy straight in the eye and said in the most, like, the most powerful tone you can imagine for a guy his age, "Do you know how stupid you sound?" Everyone was just shocked into silence again. Like, I mean, that was a power move, Peter. He shut the guy up, everyone frickin' cheered, and the set just continued. I've never felt more proud to be a Peter fan in my life. Like, go Peter, what a badass. And honestly, I think that was probably the best part of the night. Like, I don't think the guys have been heckled like that anywhere else. I haven't heard any stories about it. But, oh, it was so amazing to watch. Even though it was kind of sad at the beginning, because it's like, who the fuck asked where Davey is? Good on you, Peter, standing up for yourself and your friends. Good on you. So yes, that was my Monkees concert story time. I'm sorry if it was a bit short and rambly. I'm kind of filming this very quickly because I have to be at work soon. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I had the greatest time at the Good Times tour. I definitely recommend going to a Monkees concert if you have a chance to. Honestly, such a good vibe, so many great songs. Oh, you get to see the guys, and they're so funny on stage. I freaking love them. So those were just a few highlights, kind of some lowlights as well, if we remember that Davey heckler. Wonder what he's up to now. Wonder if he still cringes at the thought of being roasted by Peter Talk. I hope he does. I enjoyed talking about my Monkees experience. I hope you enjoyed listening. And yes, I think we can close this video off here. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, do something nice for me. And I'll see you next WedNESMITHday with probably either an edit or another video like this. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Goodbye.